Hello everyone, welcome. And we're going to go into this video. It's going to be a very short video, but hopefully it'll help some of you out. And this is hopefully for you going to be a fix for that dreaded GTA 5 stopped working, or GTA 5.exe stopped working, and you can't get in a game you just spent 60 bucks for. So stay tuned, and hopefully this helps you out. Yeah.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Alright, so we're going to try to load up the game, and I'll show you what I mean here. I'm going to hit that there. And you'll see that in my case, I don't even really get to the splash screen before the thing dies. See Social Club coming up. And most of the time that's black there. You don't get the image for some reason. With this error, I'm guessing in my computer, I just don't get the any of the images there. Screen turns black like it's going to do something, and then I get that error there. You can see right there, Grand Theft Auto 5 has stopped working. Debug or close program. And this happens like 99.9% of the time. I think since I got the game, I was able to go in it twice. We're all the way in July 11th right now at the time of filming this. And if you follow any of my other videos, you know I got my graphics card quite a while ago, and it came with 2 free games, and this was one of them. And I've only played it twice since I got my graphics card installed. So, you know, that kind of sucks. Every so often I go through and I do another fix that's on the forums. And you can see this here, this is all black. You know, every once in a while I'll get the safe mode and retry in the actual image here, but it doesn't happen quite often. So this is kind of a silly fix. I'll go through what to do and what I have tried. Here we go. Okay, so all the things I have tried, I mean, I've tried almost every fix that's listed online. The first thing I tried that I read was disabling external or other sound devices. So I went to Device Manager, disabled all my sound cards, everything. I went completely through the list and disabled everything I possibly could, up into and including my default sound card for the computer. Didn't work. Then I also read some NVIDIA and AMD people are having issues with where they have to disable their graphics card, load up the game, and just as it's loading up, then they enable the graphics card. Tried that, didn't work for me, same error again. So I tried to dig a little deeper. Someone mentioned in the settings of, if you go to my documents, GTA 5, and I think if you go to the GTA 5 folder, and in there there's a settings, and it's a notepad type file, and in there you delete your graphics card. All the way on the bottom it'll say your model of graphics card, and then you go up to, you search for a line that starts with DX, and it'll say just a number 1. You change that to a 2 and you save that. Tried that, didn't work. I uninstalled and reinstalled the game probably, without exaggeration, 10 times. What else did I try? Finally, as like a last whim, I just reinstalled everything. So I completely wiped all my drivers. I wiped all my Catalyst drivers, which, you know, I ended up discovering I did have a few older versions of Catalyst still on my system. So it worked out to be a good spring cleanup. I kind of went through there, uninstalled everything, then reinstalled all my drivers for, I mean, my motherboard, my graphics card, all my sound devices, reinstalled. I mean, I just went through everything, completely refreshing the system. I also uninstalled a lot of programs I wasn't using just in case there was any sort of driver conflict. And then I read where some people are having an issue, and it kind of made a little sense to me, where they were having an issue with the game being on a separate drive than their boot drive. So, you know, you would have the documents for the game on your C drive, and then if you choose to put your game on a larger, not external, but on a larger drive that you normally have your games on elsewhere, that's where the launch or the, you know, the GTA 5.exe file would be. So I tried that. I uninstalled the game again, completely wiped everything, made a lot of room on my boot drive, which was nice, and then I reinstalled the GTA 5 on my boot drive. So everything's all on one drive, and then I tried it again and it didn't work. So at this point I'm like, what the heck is going on? You know, I have a really good graphics card, should be able to run the game just fine. I have, you know, a decent system. It's not, you know, a complete powerhouse or, you know, 4K setup, but, you know, it should be running this game. I mean, it came with the game. So I was really getting upset. So I found the forum that was actually in German, and Google translated the entire forum line by line, and I found out someone just like, it was kind of funny because someone said all I did was unplug my USB devices. And I'm like, well, they're probably meaning sound card, and maybe it just didn't translate over one-to-one, you know? And then someone addressed it and they said, you mean your sound card? And he said, no, just USB devices. And then everyone just kind of ignored it and kept going on with the, you know, the original poster's sort of fix. So I looked at my computer and I'm like, huh, because I do have a sim racing rig, and I do have a lot of things that are plugged into my computer through USB because of my sim rig. So I just decided to give it a shot, and I went in, I unplugged all my USB devices in the back, not my headphones. That I already tried at another time. So, and I even uninstalled those drivers with my, you know, when I was going through everything else. So I left my headphones plugged in, and just unplugged all my other peripherals. So that's my TH88 shifter, my flight stick, and my Thrustmaster TX racing wheel. So I unplugged all those, as well as my button box, and loaded up the game, and voila, it works. So I'm just going to show you real quick, you know, just to prove it to you. We just saw the game kind of crash, and I'm going to unplug everything and show you that it works. And maybe we'll go through one by one, because I haven't narrowed it down what device is actually doing it. So, all right, here we go. All right, so, you know, I decided why not use this as a perfect time to kind of narrow this down. So first we're going to unplug the wheel itself, and we'll see what that does. So all right, that should actually be my wheel and my shifter. Let me go into game controllers. Let's see. It says my shifter is still in and my button box is still in. Okay. I know it's one of these three that I have on my my added-on USB hub that I installed in a PCI slot. So it's one of those three. So if I have something else plugged in elsewhere, it's not it. So my wheel is now disconnected. Let's see if the game loads up. And this is not to say if you have this specific device, this is what's causing it, but it could be something similar. You know, definitely check your USB devices. And all right, so it wasn't the wheel. We got another crash. It says the same exact thing. And now I actually have a splash screen here. So we'll exit out of that, and we're going to disconnect the next thing, and we'll see what it is. So I believe this one is Well, you know what? Let me not guess. Let me just go into... Okay, so that was actually, that was my flight stick that I've changed over into an e-brake. So it's the, I don't want to say, I think it's an LG. No, it's a Logitech Wingman Attack 2 flight stick. So, all right, second test, unplug the Logitech. I don't think this is really going to cause an issue because it's a non-force feedback flight stick. So it's not like, you know, you have any complex drivers kind of interacting with it. Well, let's see. So what we're going to do is, just to confirm, I'm going to plug in that flight stick again and we'll give it one more try and see if it crashes. All right, so there we go. Let's make sure we got the plugged in little tone. And there it is, Logitech Wingman Attack 2. Okay. Now let's try to load her up and see what happens. You know, and sometimes it's just something as dumb as that. I thought for sure it was going to be either my wheel or my TH8A shifter, because that has a pretty neat little program that comes along with it. Yep, and there you go. So that confirms it. You know, this Logitech Wingman Attack 2 is causing the issue. And just to be thorough as all heck, let's unplug and load it one more time. I'm pretty sure everyone has completely X'd out this video by now. But for anyone that's still watching, I would want someone to be thorough just to show and prove. So if the game loads up, we know without a shadow of a doubt it's that freaking flight stick. Which sucks, because you do have planes in this game. There you go, look at that. Alright. Alright, so I hope this helped anyone that's having an issue trying to get into the game. You know, I'm sure some of those other fixes are legit fixes and, you know, may solve whatever issue we're having. One thing to note, when I was going into Event Viewer, I want to say under module it was saying unknown and I was getting zeros and whatnot. It didn't say, you know, the first line definitely said GTA5.exe and then it would say module and then it would say unknown. So, you know, definitely give it a shot. It's one of those weird things that I wouldn't think a game controller would cause a game to freeze and not run. Especially something as simple as a, you know, Logitech flight stick. That's not even force feedback and doesn't even have, you know, really crazy drivers or anything like that. So definitely unplug everything and kind of, you know, give that a shot. It's something simple to do. It takes 2 seconds. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out because this game is definitely a lot of fun, and definitely don't miss out on this experience because this game is freaking awesome. Well, have a good day. And if you're a sim racer or a racer in general, race on.